Hello, everyone, and welcome to some Frontier action on this beautiful, beautiful Monday night. My name is Glass Ninja. I'm joined here by Seuss.
Hey everyone, I'm Mars.
And we're going to catch some Frontier action. And it looks like our players have already drawn opening hands. We'll see if we can get them and get underway. So we are looking at... Are you in the game, by the way?
Trying to find it. I don't see it.
So this matchup is Abzan Midrange versus the Four Horsemen. So I believe we have 8 Siege Rhinos in this game.
A more interesting list from X Shredder.
Four Horsemen amuses me as a concept. He's got the 4 Jaces, the 4 Siege Rhinos, building up to an Emrakul. That's an amusing concept. I like it. It's cheeky, but at the same time, lots of power there. Ton of power.
There's a lot of power there. It's just a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. On the other
Holbrook,
side, Abzan
Taylor.
mid-range. Pretty standard deck, I feel like.
Definitely one you should expect to see at pretty much any Frontier tournament.
Let's see if I can remember. Yeah, if you... Are you in game yet?
What's the game called?
Look for Loop's name in the players. I don't remember exactly what the game was called.
Alright.
All
Looks like we
right.
got opening hands from X Shredder.
Yep, we got opening hands from both players. X Shredder's got a very keepable hand. He can play turn 1 tapped land, turn 2 fast land, turn 3 basic, start looking at fetches potentially. He's got a turn 2 Jace,
Two Jace is always strong.
followed by a turn 3 Abzan Charm also. He's got that capability in his deck. So his opening hand's definitely keepable. On the other side, it looks like we have a turn 1 Elvish Mystic and a turn 1 Warden of the First Tree and turn 2 Elvish Mystic. I probably interesting question
Stick
on which you lead with, but
Stick into turn 2 Warden plus level up.
yeah,
So kind of like that.
that would be more of the way I would lean. But I think both hands are keepable.
For sure.
So let's get underway.
So when it comes to this matchup, who do you think is favored? Do you have any idea or?
I like the thought of Emrakul as a way to break the mirror. I think if the game goes long enough, the ability to get Emrakul is just fantastic. That card will end pretty much any game right on the spot. So looks like we're gonna get that turn 1 Mystic out.
Yeah, Taylor agrees with us here. Siege Rhino. Quite a draw.
So pretty expected turn 1 and turn 2 plays so far. Tapped land into JVP versus this should be Mystic plus Warden plus level up.
And kill.
It is Dramoka's command, fight the Jace. So really looking to put pressure on the Planeswalker, which I actually do not hate.
Jace is a very, very strong card.
Jace is absurdly strong, and letting him get any value off of it, even if it would die the next turn, probably feels bad.
Interesting.
So here's
I think I like casting Warden.
here's a lot of plays. Well, he's got another shot at casting Warden plus the level up plus Dramoka's command, so he can fight the Siege Rhino that's going to come down. So it looks like the second drawing of Dramoka's command may have changed his plans a little bit, just because it does fit into that curve really, really nicely.
I hear mostly lands in the Dromoka's command.
Yep, swinging for 2. Not a lot of pressure, just an Elvish Mystic with a 1/1 counter.
I imagine end of turn Abzan Charm, draw some cards. Do a Siege Rhino.
Yep.
so wants to just kill this Warden. However, Rhino blocks it nicely.
He could also opt to fetch and Murderous Cut, get rid of the Warden. I still like the Abzan Charm play a little bit better because it lets him hold up mana and then make his opponent sink mana into the Warden before he does anything. And I like wasting my opponent's mana if possible. Alright, so basic land to grab, starting to build up for those Tango lands. Or
Abzan Charm is the play.
battle lands, or whatever they're called nowadays. Yeah, this should be not an Abzan Charm. I'm a little surprised. So the question here is, do we run out Siege Rhino or Tireless Tracker? And the answer is, it's the big boy Siege Rhino. The first of the horsemen has arrived. So here is a Siege Rhino, and unfortunately I believe this will be a very short-lived Siege Rhino.
Yes, Warden and Dromoka's Command can get out of hand rather quickly.
Yep, should be easy pump up. And
His turn unless he blocks, correct? Warden will be a 3/3, then a 4/4.
Warden is currently 3/3. It will be a 4/4. It will. I don't
So
know.
he doesn't have it to kill this turn unless Rhino blocks something.
He can 1/1 and fight. I guess that's a terrible. Yeah, it's a 4/5. Every time you look at Siege Rhino, it seems like a better and better card. Really flooding out from Loophole. Kind of
only
unfortunate.
drawn lands.
Kind of unfortunate. He drew one Dromoka's Command right at the beginning of the game, but that's the only non-land card he's drawn so far. So here comes Siege Rhino, untap Lily of the Veil, or not of the Veil, of the Last Hope. Lily the Last Hope. Other Lily, Machine Gun Lily. Absolutely choose through creatures.
So I think I like. What is this?
Yeah,
Is this chunk? Is Liliana?
Yeah. He was determining what mana he wants to leave open or not. Which he only has 2 cards in the graveyard, so he doesn't need to leave open black mana for Murderous Cut yet. So go ahead, shrink down that Warden of the First Tree.
Going for loop. Since he can't try to get him with Dromoka's Command shenanigans.
Looks like we're just going to level up Warden again. And he's 1 turn off of being able to make it into a...
Make it a
big boy.
threat.
Make it big enough to
And now with extra ender tapped down, I think I like the play.
Yep. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, he can in fact make his Warden a big boy. Looks like he's going to try and force a mid-combat decision here.
Making him choose between Rhino or Liliana.
Yep. Let's see if he blocks. If he blocks Lily, the Last Hope lives 1 more turn. And he can untap and just Murderous Cut it, so not necessarily a bad line of play. I would almost think you want to keep the Liliana over the Siege Rhino.
Also can return the Rhino, assuming you really wanted it with Liliana.
Yeah, you can build back up to it. Looks like it's going to be the Liliana over the Rhino. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And this is the pump.
And big boy.
An 8/8, however, it's a 6/7 currently.
It is a 6/7 currently. Liliana with the shrinks. 6/5/7. Awkward notations going on to keep track of that Warden's power, but
Liliana down to 3 as well. Trample damage coming through.
Get a little bit of trample damage. And land is kind of okay. You could play Tireless Tracker. This looks like
To
Abzan.
Delirium
No,
for
okay.
Ishkana.
It's just the Tireless Tracker. Land, gonna generate 2 clues. Get a bunch of mana. Clue number 1.
This turn, I can't imagine Loop doesn't actually. He now has Murderous Cut mana up, so
Yes.
Dromoko's command won't be that effective.
This should indeed be the easy Murderous Cut here. Passing back, so. Again, hoping that he's going to sink some mana into the Warden. Warden number 2 is a good draw, though. Even if he doesn't know it yet.
So imagine we start off with a swing here.
Should start off with an easy swing. Should be an easy Murderous Cut coming back.
X Shredder 100% definitely wants to kill the Warden here.
Yeah, there's no way you'd let this Warden smack you twice if you have any capability.
Before he fetches, oh no, Loop actually missed that there. Before he fetched, he could have Dromoko's command.
Yeah, fought. It looks like he's going to be able to do that anyway, because he can respond to the Murderous Cut itself. So Tireless Tracker, I guess the downside is he gives him an extra clue. But
notably, the delving of the Murderous Cut here also pushes him farther away from Delirium for the Ishkana.
yes, he went from 2 card types down to 1, it looks like, so it's not too bad. Here's Dromoka's command modes. Fight and +1 on the Warden. Or +1 on the Mystic. Yeah.
And Loop's gaining another 8 life here, so.
Yep.
Not that close to dying.
Gets to get himself really comfortably up in the life total game. And
you can go Scrounger plus Warden.
Yeah.
And he can level up.
Scrounger, level up. All seems absolutely fine to me. Passes the turn back. Here's another Rhino. Question is, do you go after the Rhino game plan, or do you hold up Charm on Warden? Because he is going to sink in some mana.
Because then you also can crack Clue, so you're not completely wasting your mana.
Yeah. I kind of do, I think on this board state, prefer the Charm line.
Because you're not killing him with Rhino.
No.
Right now, anyways.
So, plus up on the Warden, make him at least pump it up. This might be the Rhino now then, because he's got it to pump up, but Liliana shrunk it down below 3, so yeah, this is going to be the Rhino now. Which I don't hate.
Scrounger, but...
He could have plussed on the Scrounger instead. Draw is Anafenza. Anafenza is a pretty good card.
Seems pretty good in this matchup as well. With all the self-milling Delirium.
Yeah, definitely. With all the milling and the delving, you've got Lily.
Shredder hasn't really drawn very many, I guess, mill cards here. Nothing like...
We haven't seen...
Jace died, but no Skater Wayfinders.
Yeah, no Wayfinders, very critically. Jace not getting to loot at all.
Mm-hmm. Abdomen.
See, no matter what, Lily's dead, I believe. No, she can live if he blocks Mystic or Scrounger. Or no, she's dead either way. Yeah, this is a very dead Liliana. It's just, what do you want to trade off here? Warden gets pumped up. Or no, he still needs lifelink. Yeah, never mind. Lily's down at 1 now.
The Scoundrel will deal 3, and Warden only deals 1 right now.
Yep, you need to give it the trample lifelink before you can pump it up with those 5/1/1s. So
I imagine he pumps anyways, then slams an Anafenza.
yeah, I definitely think you pump anyways. Get
Just
the
to gain
extra
a life.
point. Yeah, might as well get in for that 1 point and use your mana as efficiently as possible. And congratulations to that Elvish Mystic. It did a lot of work.
You'd think with a land heavy draw it wouldn't do that much, but this game has actually done quite a bit.
Yeah, it's attacked, it's tapped down a bunch of turns, given some mana. Here's the Anafenza. And now the question becomes, what do you point your... I guess you point the Satyr Wayfinder in the wrong time.
I think I might Abzan Charm. I don't know. Because you could target an offensive with the Charm here in order to enable your Wayfinder a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But then that leaves Warden.
Leaves a big boy unchecked.
Do a lot right here, so looks like yep, he's going for the Wayfinder play.
That is the line he wants. So Charm Warden's gonna be very, very big and very, very unchecked for a minute. He could also go for cracking a clue and digging deeper, but I don't love that line of play. And at this point, no matter what, your Liliana is dead. That Warden, 99%.
Yes, the trample.
Yeah. The trample's gonna kill that Liliana, so 99% she's dead unless he draws something gargantuan that he just wants to windmill slam, but I don't...
Sure, X-Shredder slam State Wayfinder here? Thinking about? I think you've already committed to this line.
Yeah,
Abzan Charming.
You've definitely committed with Abzan Charm to some degree. Let's see what he does. Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out if he pluses at the Warden. Can Liliana live? The answer is no. Maybe if he plays the Wayfinder, that gives him, what, 6? It's an 8/8, so it gives him 7. He could actually keep the Liliana alive.
No, because Warden will be an 8/8, and there's 6 points of toughness.
No, he's found the line. There's... Oh, yeah, it's a 1/1. Never mind. I thought it was a 1/2. I don't know why I had that in my head. Yeah, it's 1/1. Liliana dies no matter what.
Do we have Delirium here? It looks like we do. We've got Planeswalker, Creature, Instant, and Enchantment.
Yep, that is definitely Delirium.
Ishkana can come down.
Ishkana's going to be pretty good next turn.
However, Trample does actually quite a bit to get past those tokens.
It's... Yeah... Trample's going to do quite a number here, although I think he has a turn to set up in the face of this to, you know, this Liliana is going to be the one getting targeted. And so I think that buys him enough time to not block this turn, to play Ishkana next turn.
Still more lands for Taylor here.
I'm not entirely sure why. I feel like every time I've featured anyone on a stream, they flood.
That's how it goes sometimes, I guess.
That's how the game goes. So, very dead Liliana. Yeah, you just don't even block. Let him kill Liliana.
Here, so.
He's at 35 life. This is...
These two Wardens have done quite the measure.
Yeah, life totals don't matter at the end of the day as opposed to boards, but it definitely helps buy a window at some point. There starts to be some time.
If Luke does keep drawing lands, he can just keep pumping mana into the Warden.
That is true. Yeah, you definitely need to find some removal for this Warden. He's going to be a 13/13 next turn. Yeah, it's pretty
3
scary.
fatal push, another cut, and another baffling end left. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs something. Two, three, four, five. Yep, here comes Ishkana with some spiders. So 13 power is what you would need to stop this warden. Not quite there. Got 3, that's 6. You got 10,
11 power.
Yeah, short 2 power so far. So this is currently chump blocker mode, and
Ice a trample.
ooh, hello, Looter Scooter. That's gonna be
Great. With an Ishkan on the board.
I mean, how long can you afford to keep the Ishkana on the board, though?
Jamming in here with Warden.
Yeah, jamming in here with Warden saying, all right, go ahead and block. I will pump. Going to do
Everything's
an all
blocking.
block. Yep, so this is going to be the big blowout.
Pretty great for Taylor here.
Yeah, this is going to be...
Slam Copter.
Yep.
It's online next turn.
Pump Warden, Slam Copter.
Ishkana, Siege Rhino, a Wayfinder, and a token here. And he's in great shape.
He loses, I
Alive.
believe, his whole board. Wayfinder and a Spider. Okay. So, yeah.
Warden's still around, yeah.
Now, yeah, Warden
I'm
is
not sure
still
I like the
around.
Shredder.
No, that was a really, really...
You just kind of sacrificed your whole board there to gain a little bit of life.
Yeah, and not going to play the Looter Scooter. I'm actually surprised. Crack a clue. This is desperation mode. Languish is really bad.
Really do it. Is he just dead here?
He is dead on board. He is beyond dead on board, in fact.
Of clues, and yeah, this is Taylor's game.
Yep, no clues left. Another inoffensive.
I guess it comes down to sideboarding here. So what do you like from X Shredder against Loop?
Well, let's see. All right, yeah, we got the swing, so that should be game. So from X Shredder's side, I definitely like bringing in a little bit more early creature kill, I guess. So another fatal push.
We spoke a little too soon. He's at 1 life.
He's at 1 life. Okay. No, pump, right?
It's 18.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, he does. Spider's coming in clutch. Okay, he's got...
Loop is still firmly in the driver's seat.
He's got 1 life left, and... This UI.
Loop is insanely ahead here, but I guess
Yeah.
X Shredder still is in the game. Plans
66 life.
He's got 2 dead cards in hand, so he has to peel.
That's pretty good, isn't it? No, it's not even close to good enough. Nah, okay.
Not sure there's anything here that he can hit is the problem.
Emrakul?
Emrakul doesn't even do it here because it's only a 13/13 in the face of a 23/23 next turn.
Emrakul hope to draw an opponent Abzan Charm on their turn? Maybe?
So for
Yeah, it doesn't even
X-Shredder.
have the charms. So for X Shredder, I think you'd definitely bring in another Fatal Push after those Wardens wreck you. You might change your... I don't really feel like Languishes get changed out for the Tendrils. I don't think the 1 point matters that much. What are the dead cards you get rid of being a much better question.
nothing horrible in the matchup is the thing.
Liliana's kind of mediocre. You can cut probably one.
A lot in the face of all these ginormous creatures.
Yeah.
The only thing that actually killed is Elvish Mystic and I guess unleveled Wardens.
Yeah, it's better is just kind of another game-ending threat, I guess. But yeah, I definitely think you can cut Liliana fairly freely, given everything.
So I like another Fatal Push here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I like Fatal Push. I don't hate Reflector Mage. It resets Warden.
Extra sideboard, so interesting. I actually like Silumgar here, and it seems he agrees. However, he's going +2 on Duress, +1 Fatal Push, and he's adding in Dragonlord, Silumgar, and Reflector Mage.
Yep. All right.
Ghana, a Jace, a Grapple the Past, and the 2 languages.
Yeah,
So
language is pretty medium to bad in the matchup, so I'm pretty good with cutting those. I don't hate any of those outs or ins.
I don't know how effective Duress is in the matchup.
It's going to get rid of any of the planeswalkers, copters. It can get rid of Dramoka's commands. It can get rid of murderous cuts.
That's fair enough.
So I don't hate any of
Keep it.
that.
Interesting he chose to keep in the 2 Lilianas over a Jace. I guess Jace is rather vulnerable to some of the removal Loop has.
Jace is vulnerable to removal. He's going to take a little bit of time to set up as well. And Liliana can at least slow the game down while she's doing her thing. Jace has the potential to draw you into some good answers, but...
And it looks like Taylor brought in an Ajani, Transgress Minds, Lifecrafters, I believe Bestiary,
yes.
and an Infinite Obliteration. He pulled out Fatal Push, Smuggler's Copter, and Thalia's.
Thalia's
Kind of like Thalia in the matchup. It's better against Emrakul because Emrakul can't eat creatures, and also Ishkana.
really good against Ishkana. I'm also a little bit surprised that the Thalias came out.
The concession to Emrakul there. Good in a grindy matchup like this. Same for Ajani. I think I'm surprised with here. What he's got going on? All right, let's look at these hands.
So that's an interesting hand up top.
Taylor's down to 6. However, it looks like a turn 2 Anaffenza to me.
Yes,
Rather powerful, especially in the matchup.
I would agree. Although this
However, it
could
looks
eat
like X Shredder does have removal for the.
He's got a fatal push, and then he's got a baffling end, so he's got enough removal to be able to deal with this a little bit. Here's fetch land.
Sunken Hollow from X Shredder. If he has those, yeah, he got 2 in the list.
Yep. It should be an easy fetch up duel. Fetch up some black mana. Get ready to remove this Mystic.
There's some of the power in Abzan. Without interaction from the opponent, you got some of these busted draws.
Let's see, this should be probably the plains. Yep. Go ahead and run out the fatal push, I would imagine. Do you bolt the bird? The infamous question. I bolt the bird.
Pretty sure we push here, yeah. Oh,
ooh, duress. That's gonna miss too.
Yeah, I guess what are you afraid of here? If you're X Shredder, maybe it's Smuggler's Copter.
It's got to be Smuggler's Copter or Planeswalkers. It's the only two things.
Yeah, but you can't turn 3 a Planeswalker here. I'm not sure I agree with the duress play.
Oh. Drew the Gideon right after, and this is just going to be the...
Okay, interesting. He's going for Scrap Heap Scrounger here.
Yeah, he didn't go... Wow, that's...
I guess this lets him curve... It doesn't let him do Gideon next turn.
He can't Gideon next turn. He doesn't have the colored mana requirement. There's a way... I guess he couldn't turn 1 Mystic into turn 3 Anaffenza because of color requirement as well.
Yes, I missed that. I missed the green. I was thinking Pilgrim. Yes.
I was thinking Deathrite Shaman because I'm a spoiled Legacy kid. Deathrite Shaman's busted. All right, so we got get a land in
Taylor's
hand.
in pretty good shape here.
So he's got 3 things in the bin already for Delirium as well up top. That's Shredder's got he's got some good stuff. So this should be Anaffenza.
Sure. However, Because if he does that, it turns on Revolt. However, he did not, so.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get the NFNs out here, so we're gonna lose land in the yard, but I don't think that matters. He's already got one.
Or he can just go Baffling End here.
He could go Baffling End instead, that is true.
White Source enables Gideon, which is pretty huge for Taylor here.
Yeah, any white source is going to be pretty backbreaking in a lot of ways.
So I like just Baffling End plus Grapple to pass on Loop's end of turn.
I would agree. See what the play is.
Tireless Tracker Fetch.
Tireless Tracker Fetch is
You get 2 clues, and you can push the Anafenza. No, you can't. Because Tracker requires you to play the fetch. I guess it doesn't require you to, but prior to Tracker hitting the battlefield, because you need the black mana for push.
Well, you can run out Tracker first, and then hold up fetching into a black source. He's got that capability.
Can't fetch to a black source. One Swept Heath cannot fetch for a black duel.
Okay. Does he not have...
It has limited amounts of dual lands like that.
Yep. Looks like Baffling End on the Scrounger. That's a pretty curious play.
I guess he now gets to fetch, push still, but...
Blocks
and this keeps...
Anafenza.
That block. I think I would just fetch and push here. Because, I mean, you're not grappling the pass on end of turn.
No, you are not. I mean, I guess he theoretically could still.
I guess maybe he's wanting to or crack the land on his turn for Tireless Tracker.
Maybe. Not entirely sure. What is meme? Here's a crack. Are you going to crack the Heath?
State or Wayfinder left the turn.
Oh, yeah.
Left the battlefield.
Okay. So he's looking for maximum value, I guess.
For life. However, it keeps the... Let's see what creature types... And creature actually would have put him...
Instant puts him at Delirium, too, though.
Yeah.
So either way, it's
another type for a...
Ooh, hello, Tireless Tracker, into double fetch cracking. This is 3 clues. And he can have his tracker trade with his opponent's tracker.
Now.
That's pretty good.
Pretty live, too, a white source here.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see if we can get that Gideon on the field.
Interesting. So here you have a choice. You can crack the clue and go Scrounger.
He can crack clue, go Scrounger, crack clue obliteration, or crack clue if he finds white source drop Gideon. Cracking clue gives him a lot of play out here.
Obliterating this turn, since he can't cast Emrakul next turn. There's no sequence of cards, I don't believe. With grapple.
It's gonna be the obliteration. Get rid of Emrakul, probably. Yep. Get that out of here. Does not want to deal with the apocalypse itself.
Yeah, Emrakul is one of the strongest, if not the strongest card in Frontier, so Loop bringing in. I'm not sure that's how that works. X-Shredder. Fetches, okay. Yeah. So now Luke gets to see how he sideboarded, assuming they make it to a... So gets to keep track of what to play around.
Yeah, information's really good. Looks like he lost
Oracle in the
the.
deck, but the card's so strong that Luke brought in Silumgar.
Now he sees the Drifting Death, another really big drop that he can.
I believe it's Dragon Lord.
I mean, yeah, it's still a pretty big drop. 6 drop?
Pretty good here because you also can like steal over some of the either a like Warden he's pumped a bunch of mana into, like we saw the first game, or even just a Siege Rhino. It's a nice little
Did
wall of defense.
Shredder miss some triggers on the Landfall for Tireless Tracker?
Looks that way.
Yep, he
Believe we should check in with them.
should be 3 clues. Grapple. Guess that's
Might
not.
just be with all that was going on, searching the library and stuff.
Yeah, probably is what it was. All right, so Milda Tassiger. That's hmm. It is indeed technically a miss trigger. Yeah, that's pretty feel bad moment.
Had not missed anything.
Found Tasker's pretty good here, I feel.
Oscar here. And yeah, he agrees. He agrees.
It's a
That's
shortcut
something you.
to do that, but yeah. So let's see. What all can he Tassiger back? I think he
I guess he can just get some removal. But he's definitely getting a duress here.
I mean, if you give him the duress, you lose your Gideon.
Not immediately though, because you have to slam Tassiger, then hopefully draw a white source. If not, you just don't give him that yet. Um,
See, how many lands can he remove? He can remove 3 lands to pay for Tassiger, so that gets him down to 3 mana. He needs him down to just 1 mana, so if we remove, like, a Fatal Push and a... see, a Fatal Push and a... I guess you remove Grapple and a Traverse, and that gets him down to 1 mana. Or another fetch land's pretty nice. Just gonna be another tracker, though.
like Tassiger hold up activation here. I don't know. There's not a lot of high impact stuff immediately that he can get. Because he could just also just give him a tracker, make him wait.
Yeah.
White source here.
Lots of clues.
So here I just imagine we're saying Tassiger plus clue. Okay.
Maybe 1, 2, 3. So you can remove 4 lands plus a Traverse or the Grapple. Looks like he's going to remove the Duress instead, so he doesn't even want to look at the hand anymore. So that is a free Gideon now, to some degree.
I think you actually leave both traverses in, just since they're so powerful here. Because if he does land that Gideon, he can go grab Silumgar to steal it.
So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he gets to cast a 1 mana Tasker in either way here. Here's a 1 mana Tasker. Feels
Activation.
pretty good.
Yeah.
This is a Summoning Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is definitely not a live tracker yet.
Let's see what loop peels here. And it's the white source. He can go Gideon plus Scrounger this turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm not sure you do. Play the Scrounger. Fucking that would leave Gideon dead.
He can
Like,
Scrounger. Yeah. I think Gideon is dead if you play him out on this board anyway. Scrounger's not going to be able to block.
considering
You can give
Elvish
him,
Mystic can block. If he just goes Gideon Knight
yeah.
pass,
I guess Gideon Knight passes the way he doesn't lose the Gideon.
I assume that's what's going on. Because I don't think 4 mana for a 2/2 is exactly what we want to be doing here.
No, it really isn't. It's not what I would want to be doing. 4 mana for a 2/2. He's going to go for the Scrounger, and that will be a dead Gideon next turn. Crack a clue.
Guess that requires he attacks with both, though, and he gets to hit him for 5, 6, 7 down to 4.
I think that's a trade I'm willing to make here, although double Abzan Charm, goodbye Tracker, or Scrounger rather.
Might see an exiled Scrounger here.
Yeah,
That's especially it being a permanent answer.
yeah, just gets rid of it straight up, gone forever. Swinging both at Gideon. Looks like he's just going to take it. Yeah, I think you charm it. Just get rid of it permanently. Don't have to deal with that really slow recursive threat. Crack a clue first. I'm okay with this. Traverse. He can't charm and traverse.
Source. I guess he has 2, but 1's tapped. Rather.
Yeah.
This isn't an ideal draw here.
Not at all.
You're Taylor here. What are you looking for?
I'm probably looking for... Honestly, a Rhino's pretty good on this board.
Or not been happy with the Rhino.
Rhino would be pretty good. Just, okay, cool. You know, you're at... See, that's 2, 3, 4...
Rather well, though.
Yeah, 7 down to 4. Rhino gets him to 1 and as a trampler. Hard to deal with. Don't hate the Rhino idea at all.
It wouldn't be too bad.
Alright, so this is going to be the Abzan Charm.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of that. So now I don't want Rhino anymore. Rhino becomes a lot worse of an option.
Assume we see Scrounger pass here.
Should just be Scrounger pass.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe one of the Ajani's. Or he only bring in
Too bad
one.
here. Speaking of Rhino, not for Taylor,
Speaking
but
of Siege Rhino, speaking of good
Taylor
cards,
did get one here himself.
if we see the back-to-back Rhino Wars, it's going to feel good.
Definitely is one of the most powerful cards in the format. Definitely a strong card.
Siege Rhino is an incredibly strong card. It shows up very occasionally in Legacy, and it's a nasty surprise whenever you see it. It's powerful enough to see some play in Modern as well, and in the right shells, and certainly saw a ton of play in Standard. Absolutely a massive card. So this looks like we are going to preserve the possibility for Rhino plus Traverse off of a land drop.
Did you spike a land here?
Oh!
He did. Well played.
He's drawing really good. Shredder's been drawing like fire.
He's fought well.
Make another clue. Crack Delta.
With Emerald Kugan types doesn't matter all that much. Just need the 4 for Delirium.
Man, this is He hasn't even activated Tasker once, and it just feels like he's so far ahead. Here's 1 mana.
And he's definitely not short on cards here.
No. No, he's got a card advantage everywhere. 2 clues, Tassiger. Let's see, do you traverse for Silumgar is the question. Or do you just go get another Rhino? He goes for the Silumgar.
I think I like Silumgar too much. I would also lean towards it because also it makes a lot of loops, better draws worse.
Mm-hmm. Says, hey, you got a cool out to whatever I'm doing. No, I have a Silumgar.
Johnny or Gideon.
Yeah.
Rhino gets worse.
Rhino's really good.
Heals here. Or push to crack the fetch 4, so thinning here is fine. Doesn't seem to matter that Loop's continuing his streak of drawing lands.
Yep, that's it.
Down to game 3.
So,
any sideboard things change?
Knowing that Silumgar is in there, do you bring in any hate for it? I still like Thalia, I think, overall.
I like Thalia a lot here. See, Loop hasn't drawn a 7 yet. Maybe he's reconsidering it.
Looks like he's moved in 2 cards. I'm
hoping those are some Thalias.
I'm hoping those are Thalias. I think she's too good to take out.
Let's see what we got. Yep. Thalia's coming in, Obliteration back out.
Okay. Looks like both players considering. Looks like a mulligan.
To another 6.
6 isn't the end of the world. Keepable 6s are pretty fine. So we have Wayfinder into a potential early Delirium Traverse here.
Exeter has a more slow hand, but Wayfinder can enable a bit.
Yeah, if he finds
greatest 6 from Loop, but it does grind a bit.
Yeah. I actually really like
Rhino's a card I always like seeing, and Bestiary seems pretty sweet.
I like Loop 6 a lot here. He's got a lot of capability for
the early pressure.
I mean, he doesn't need any early pressure, though. Both players keeping the let's set up the grindy game hands. And
with grinding too much is X-Shredder has that one trump card in his deck being Emrakul.
Double Wayfinder. That's going to be almost a guaranteed Delirium now. Let's see what the hits
see if we're there now. It's possible we get there today.
So it looks like push land, cut land. So he gets a land out of this. So he's got 2 types in the graveyard so far. He needs the other Wayfinder to hit really well.
Wouldn't have minded getting Delirium there for that Traverse.
Yeah, he really wanted to see a couple more card types to get that Delirium up, but he's got another shot at it. He gets one more shot at it, so.
Fast land from Loop here, not too bad. Bestiary, yep.
Yep, here's a Bestiary, and scrying once a turn, actually really good. Another land draw, not where you want to be. All right.
Turn some of the later 1-drop green creatures into redraws, like Elvish Mystic, Warden, things like that.
Yep. Let's see, I think you just, jam another Finder. See what happens.
Or not.
Duress, land, push. So
No
still
Delirium yet.
Stuck at 3 and binning 3 of his removal spells. with currently no way to get them back, that's pretty harsh. So
Push.
no Delirium yet. So he has one Fatal Push left in his deck and two Abzan Charms.
I believe he has 2 fatal pushes since sideboarding.
Yeah,
'Cause
okay, yeah, he
three
has
mana
another
ones
push, right?
of the enchantments, the Baffling Light, another cuts. Oh, no, only the one cut in the
He
list.
only has the one cut, yep. So he's fairly light on removal now. Which
Wayfinder probably will end up in the bin sooner or later with the Rhino coming.
with the Rhino coming, I imagine a Wayfinder gets thrown under a bus somewhere.
Curve Rhino into Rhino plus draw.
That's disgusting. This is the Siege Rhino curve.
Heck of a card. And extra to keeping the land heavy hand that he did. Still hasn't drawn much action. Wasn't too
Yeah,
bad.
this is it's pretty brutal. Rhino into Rhino plus a draw, plus he has Dramoka's command.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. That's gonna be real hard to deal with.
Right now.
Another land. Shredder's the one flooding out now.
I guess he knew the risks keeping a virtual card hand with lands.
Yeah.
And Wayfinder.
I mean, the Wayfinder plus Traverse package just seems like it would be good enough to get you there eventually.
Still no Delirium.
Still no Delirium, but he gets to block a Rhino this turn.
I think if he attacks here, Loop just denies the. You have to stay back on defense.
I think you attack with one. The other one's gonna die no matter what.
Free point.
Yeah, you get the free point where you can. Looks like he's gonna hold back. So that says I want to protect my life total as much as possible. Another Rhino. Oh my goodness. This is disgusting. Rhino plus draw into Rhino plus draw. That is
Rhinos here.
That is disgustingly good. Oh god.
Talk from the last one.
All right, well, you at least get the Traverse off now. God.
Discuss that. Traverse. What are you getting here with Traverse?
I think Tassiger. I think you need to find... You delve away your Wayfinder and your Duress, and you leave him with, hey, which one of my removal spells do you want to give me back?
This is something that bounces off these Rhinos.
Yeah, you can't get Emrakul yet. Tasker bounces off of a Rhino. He's a 4/5, right?
They both bounce 4/5, 4/5.
Yeah, so I think Tasker is definitely your get.
Start trying to get back these removal spells in the yard.
Yeah, you definitely make your best attempt here. I think Tasker is about his best shot back into this game. Although I don't know if Tasker beats... Yeah, Tasker does not really beat the third Rhino.
Yeah, because he goes Rhino number 3. He also has a Dramoka's command to kill the Tassiger.
He potentially just...
He's actually dead here, right?
If he
This
kills
third Rhino puts him to 6.
One
Puts him to
Rhino's
6.
9. No, he can block with Wayfinder and still live, but it's not beautiful at all. Like, he's in a bad spot. He's in a real bad spot.
To 6.
The best answer to Siege Rhino? It's obviously a Siege Rhino.
Okay, this actually keeps him alive. If he had gotten Tasker, I think he was dead.
Yeah.
Because you kill the Tassiger.
Well,
Rhino
okay,
puts him down to
he's
6.
dead, but at the same time, can you expect the third Rhino? Can you expect Rhino number 3 to come out?
I don't think you play around the third Rhino now.
I don't think you can play around Rhino number 3. I just think you're like, okay, he drew 2 of his Rhinos. Like,
It's a 4 of. This is why you play Abzan right here, guys.
cool. Here's a Rhino.
Busted magic card.
Great magic card. Oh my god.
Both players choosing to use 4 in each of their decks.
One deck it's the 4 horsemen. The other deck, hi, I am a Siege Rhino. Deck. Man, if he draws, I hope he draws Rhino number 4. I hope he draws Rhino number 4 just for the memes.
Symbolic at this stage.
Ah, boo. Tracker's fine though.
because one Rhino down. He's at 8. He takes 7. Yeah, he's not dead here, but
He's not in a good spot either, though. Here comes the Rhinos. I'm going to
I think I might have killed off the. Oh,
He's gonna kill. Yeah, I love this play. And he gets to drop Tassiger next turn. But Dramoka's command is going to make this play terrible and instead kill the other Rhino. He gets to 2 for 1 him. He gets to go mode +1/+1 on unblocked one and fight the Rhino. Yep. Brutal.
work out for X Shredder.
And you just as fighting.
Let's make the trample from the original Rhino. Is he actually dead here?
Let's see, he's taking no. He was at 11. The Rhino did save him, but he's dead.
Yeah, he is
Rhino
dead.
Rhino number 3. Oh, rhinos. Oh, God.
Oh, I corrected myself. Oh, God. Rhino is good. And that there shows off the power of Abzan for sure.
It's just when you're I mean 9 is kind of a safe life total, except when you draw running rhinos. Like, that's insanity.
I mean, there's plenty good draws that can't beat multiple rhinos.
There's a lot of good draws that can't beat 3 rhinos in a row. That's a hard game to keep up with right there.
Even if he didn't have the rhino here, though, he was going. Did hurt there, but he's got tracker and he's just got this bestiary setting him up.
Yeah, he's got gas going. I do like bestiary here. I think that's a little bit of an underappreciated card. Scrying a turn is really good, and then being able to pay 1 extra mana for an Elvish Visionary trigger is great. So, congratulations to Loop. Taking it 2-1. Running rhinos. Such a brutal thing to have to deal with, so.
Puts him to 4-1 now. So, X Shredder knocked out of top 8 contention because there's actually quite a lot of 4-1s right now.
Okay.
9 4-1s in the league. For both players for sure.
Yeah, well played to both players. The Rhino line was the correct line off of the Traverse, but
those rhinos didn't work.
The third Rhino is just brutal.
I had a little bit of doubt in the hand from Loop there, but Rhino put him all the way.
Yeah, so congratulations to the deck that got more Siege Rhinos there. And I think that's going to wrap it up from us, so thank you, everyone.
So. Thank you guys for coming out, and have a good night.
Yep, see you.